Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. In my case, good evening. But wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Um, this is week. I guess we're going on week 2 of our Katsucon cosplays. Um, Not technically week 2. I've basically been diving deep into these cosplays for the past couple of days now. Um, and I'm slowly trying to build up that sewing. What do you call it? The grit to go through these cosplays, especially for Katsucon, because it's always hard for me to do it for Katsucon for some reason. So I'm trying to build up some grit so that I can go along and finish up these cosplays. But right now I am. I don't know why I say we, like there's other people, but excuse me. I am getting started with the bodices for Anastasia. It looks like I probably won't get started with Tiana till December. I don't want to push it back that far, but that's what it looks like is going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping it doesn't, but we'll see. As you can see here, that I've been flailing around. This is the bodice for, or half the bodice for Opera Anastasia. I'm sorry, Broadway Anastasia. I have already did the fittings and the test and everything of that nature. I do have to dart it up still. It is a huge dart, as you can see, but that is nothing to worry about because I can just cut it off once I feel as though that it is good to my standards. But yeah, I am going to be in the process of mostly making the outer shells for Anastasia, and then hopefully I can actually get started with Tiana, just so that I can have at least the base for Tiana, and then we can go back, because I guess in my opinion both Anastasias are going to be very detail oriented. They're going to require a lot of embellishments and things of that nature, and I do want to like focus a lot on it, and Tiana will as well, but she wouldn't have that much. But we'll see what happens. I also have to still get some more fabric for other things for Tiana as well as my Anastasias. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with these. It is Sunday night, so I probably won't get started on it as that much. But yeah, let's get started from there. Okay, so this is what I have right now for the outer layer of Anastasia. It looks a little bit loose. I do have to do a little bit of fixing, but it's also I'm holding it up by like my hands because it's not attached to anything besides the top that I have on. But for right now, in my opinion, it does look like a good place to stop at, because I am going to get some mesh, some brown power mesh to put right here. Technically I can do it without the brown power mesh, but I don't want to because it is going to be cold. And while power mesh does not stop you from getting cold, it does alleviate some things. Like at least my skin won't be fully exposed to the elements. But yeah, I'm gonna put some brown power mesh right here. That'll also help hold everything together rather than just having bonding right here. But yeah, I do like the color and I do like the way that I cut it. It's up and down. You'll probably see it in the pictures when it's fully done, but it's up and down instead of side to side. I originally wanted it to be side to side, but then I kind of thought about how the design was going to be, so I was like, let me just do it up and down so it can go with the design of the outfit, and it also flows well with the skirt. So yeah, this is what we have right now. And I think I also made it in my in my system to make it a little bit larger, because I'm also putting a corset inside it. So it is going to be a little bit larger, but it's also like, it's going to only be large enough for me to put that corset in, zip it up, and everything be seamless. But yeah, this is what we have so far. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we have so far. I kind of freehanded these little pleats, by the way, but I do like how it all came together. When you look back at it, it does look like loose as well as like not put together, but that's just because it doesn't fit on my dress form. I've been telling myself that I need to get a new one, but I've just never gotten it. And I've also only put on the, I guess, outer part of the bodice for right now, because when I put on the lining, this little stitch that I have that attaches the outer bodice to the skirt, I'm gonna flip it up and kind of like hand sew the lining together. That's also after I figure out if I want to if I want to do a corset or if I wanted to zip it up, but that's later down the line. But out of all three, I do have one done. I mean, well, almost done. This looks weird as well, but again, once I put in the lining and finish everything up, everything will look a little bit more put together. Yeah. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get back to Broadway Anastasia. Hopefully tomorrow I can get started with Tiana. Again, I don't know why I keep putting her off, but I do. But anyways, we're gonna do the lining for Tiana. We're gonna do the lining for Anastasia. I don't have any like satin or like lining fabric, and I have like a lot more. As you can see, my dog is on the rest of it. A lot more of this taffeta. So we're gonna use this to cut out the lining for it. And then I also said that I wanted to do kind of like a corset. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I'm gonna do like a corset inside of the bodice, just so it could give it a little bit more shape as well as hold a little bit better. But yeah, so I'm gonna cut, this is the back, I'm gonna cut about 4 pieces of the back, so it will be the lining as well as the corset piece. And for this, I am going to cut it kind of the same way, just so that it is symmetrical with the lining, the outer part of the bodice. But for the corset, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so that it hides, because it's mostly just going to be for the waist, and a little bit of the upper back and a little bit of the lower back, but I don't want it to be so much that it shows, so we're just going to make it a little bit smaller when I go ahead and put it in. Yeah, so let's get started with that. Hey guys, so I'm back. I'm on the not that hot, but I'm kind of on a high on trying to finish the bodice for Anastasia, since I've already kind of put together the whole entire dress for my opera Anastasia. So we're gonna try and get the bodice not completely done, because I still have to like add closures and designs to it, but at least I want to put the lining to the outer part of the bodice. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys the corset piece that I'm going to be putting on the inside of the dress. A better explanation on the corset piece is it helps add shape, and it's kind of like the back of the bodice put inside of the bodice. So like there's the back piece that would usually have the closure, a zipper, a corset, whatever, what have you, buttons if you want. But then you cut out another back piece from what I've looked at and from what I've studied, and you make it the corset inside of the inside of the bodice. For this one, it's going to help hold it up, as well as help give it shape. I'm going to keep saying that. But anyways, for this one, I am using interfacing, as you can see, and I've also kind of stiffened it a little bit more. I don't know if you can see it well, but there's like stitches going up and down to help stiffen the piece. So rather than using things like boning or like very stiff pieces, you could use this. This, for one, will definitely make it more comfortable for me to wear it and walk around for hours rather than using boning. Boning, I would use if I'm making a dress where I'm not going to be moving around or doing a lot of movement in. I know they use it in like theaters or they use it in like wedding dresses and things of that nature, but for me personally, I don't like wearing it. So I try and not wear it as much as possible. So I again put interfacing and um, did a little bit of stitch runs. I can't remember what the technical term for it is, but that's what I did. And then I have these pieces left out. They're left out on opposite sides because I wasn't paying attention, but it's whatever. Um, Technically, the like curvy side is what I'm going to be putting inside of the lining anyway, so it won't really show. Um, and I just made it so that it was it wasn't really it. I made it so that when I sew it in, it won't show, but the bonding and everything else, and the corset and everything else will show. Um, I always have trouble putting in grommets, um, so we'll see how that goes. It's not that significant because you won't see it, but at the same time, I hate doing them. But yeah, we're gonna get on to the lining and things of that nature and putting these in. I definitely need to invest in a better dress form just because it looks so flat. But anyways, we do have the base of our Anastasia so far. The plan is to only decorate the V part right here. Let me see if you guys can get it better. Because as you can see with the taffeta, if it's picking up for me, but if you can see it, there's texture for the fabric, so it doesn't really require that much decorating. But to give it a little bit more of the original Broadway dress, I am going to basically take the embellishments and put them alongside here and probably do something at the top, or I'll probably just leave it alone. But this is just the base that we have right now. Yay. So now the next thing to do for this is to add the appliques, and then after the appliques we can add the lining. Everything fits well on me, but everything fits well so far. So what's next is just the design. Cool. Hey guys, so it has been technically a week since I've sewed for my Katsucon cosplays. A week? Yeah, technically a week. So now we're gonna get started with Tiana, finally. I am gonna use some old satin as well as chiffon. I have it laying over here. For my previous Tiana dress, to make this Tiana dress, because this one is going to be a little bit more fitted, which means it's going to require a little bit less fabric. So I won't have to like buy extra. Hopefully this will be enough. I think it will be enough to make the whole thing. But essentially what's going to happen is I'm going to cut this out. This is going to be the base layer. And I'm going to be kind of like embroidering the chiffon to make it the top layer. So it's going to have a lot of layers going on, which is going to be nice because it gets cold in February. So we're going to just start off with this. The skirt for this today. I am also using a little bit of the green African fabric that I used for my previous Tiana cosplay on this Tiana as well. Don't know where that is, but we'll get to that when we get there.
Baby, you give me up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh, baby, you give me ice and fire. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
So do mind all the fluff from my dog's toys. I need to find a better sewing table, but for right now, I guess we'll use the floor. This is the outer layer of the inner dress for my transformation dress. With this layer is where I'm going to be. It's still a little wrinkly. Side note, sewing tip: always iron out your your fabric before you do anything, because it is going to be a little bit larger because of the wrinkles when it's all said and done. However, this is going to be the design part. This is where I'm going to put mostly rhinestones and detailing. The thought that I had for this is going to be kind of like a butterfly detail that is going to enhance the bodice area. So just like how a butterfly is, you're gonna have that top part and then you're gonna have the outer part. Now the reason why I chose a butterfly, and this is Tiana, I don't know. But from the color pop, I kind of thought the idea of a butterfly. Now that's the front piece. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these pieces. My little foot here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these little pieces. Because it's going to continue. I just don't know what to put here. So I guess as I go on, we'll figure it out. But for right now, we're going to start designing it. For the skirt part, I'm going to possibly do kind of like a 1920s, 1930s kind of Art Deco inspired piece for the skirt. I just haven't decided yet. So we're going to start with the top first, and then we're going to go down to the skirt. Yeah. So here we are back on the floor again. This is the, I guess, base pattern of what I have for Tiana right now. I have to, I'm going to end the video right here, but I have to figure out what else I'm going to put here. Because so far I am liking what I have, but I just don't know what else to put. If anybody has any suggestions, that would be great. But I have to, or I want to fill this whole thing before I could put the rest of the bodice together. But I just have this right now, and I don't know what else to put. So while I go through a brainstorm for this, I'm going to edit the video and post it. But I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Okay.